Hello, welcome to another part. On this part, we're going to make the inserts for the rest of our pockets. Right now, what I'm working on is a folder type insert. I started it thinking that I was recording and I wasn't, sorry. So, I'll go over how I made it with you. All I did was take an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and I scored it in half on the 11 side, so I scored it at 5.5. 5.5 on the 11 side. And then I turned it and I scored it at 6.5. And then I cut a V off of that 6.5 part, and then I added 2 hinges to the sides, and it is a folder, and that is just going to stick right in there like that. Okay, the other one that I made, this one is just a sheet of paper, and this one is a card that opens like this. I have not matted any of them yet. Let's see here. Next, we're going to do one here, and I think I'm going to do just another plain one, except I'm going to make this one a hidden pocket as well. So I need to cut this down. I made my pages about 6 to 6.5, and my inserts between 6 and 6.5 inches. Nope, I didn't. I made them 6 inches. Or the folder is 5.5. Okay. Then I just need a piece of paper that matches, and I think I like this one, so we'll go with this one, but I'm going to cut it down. It's already 6 inches, so all I'm going to do is trim 1/4 inch off one side, and then this is 8.5, so I'm going to trim it to 8.25. Sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't working on camera again. 8.25. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it right there. There we go. And then I think I will put a mark here and here. And then draw a line. Just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I probably shouldn't be cutting it on this because I'm not going to get as clean of a cut as I would if I was cutting it on a board, but it's okay. Just gonna clean it up a little bit here so I can easily slip papers in there. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and erase. my marks like so. And clean that up. Okay. And then we have another hidden pocket, and we're going to remember we apply our adhesive to the top of the pocket, not going over the line like I just did. If you do, just open it up and work the paper over there, and then to the top of the page, and then just all the way around the perimeter of the page like so. Don't put any in the center like you usually would. Down, and then open it up, and just like to work the pocket a little bit. Then all I'm going to do is make sure that it's good and stuck down, and then I have a piece of paper that I cut off the back side that I just need to cut down a little bit. Let's see, I need to measure. So my opening is 4 1/4, so I'm going to cut my insert to 4. No, wait. My opening is 4 1/2. Yes. So I'm going to cut my opening to, or my insert to 4 1/4. Just like that. And you'll see it slips in and out easily. And I'm actually going to leave this one, and I'm going to edge punch it just the top of it, like so. There we have a little decorative edge, and I'm going to leave this one coming off the top of the page like that, because since I cut it shorter, there's still room on my page. And that will make it easier to get out. So see, it doesn't come off the page at all, it just comes off the insert. So there we go. Oh, and we will mat the back as well, but I'll do that later. Right now I'm just going through with you and making all the inserts. So we have another one we need to make here. I think for this one, I think I'm going to make a layered pocket for this one, or a layered insert, and I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to take a nice clean sheet of paper, and then I'm running out of papers. Okay, I'm going to take a sheet of paper, and I want this no bigger than 8 tall. So my first score mark is going to be right at the 8-inch mark. Okay, and that's going to be my first pocket. And then I also know that I want it to be 6 inches. So my score mark here is going to be 1/2 inch. And then to keep it at 6 inches, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch there, or 6.5 inches on that side. Okay. Then I'm going to put it in my cutter and I'm going to cut off so I'm left with just 1/2 inch on that side. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, I need to grab my scissors, my other scissors, because the ones I have are not working. 1 second. Okay. So, our first step is to remove our excess. And actually, let's do it this way. We're going to remove this portion of it. Just like that. Then we're going to remove this portion. Okay. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to take these and fold them in. Just like that. Take these ones and fold them in. And then we're going to fold this up. Just like that. Okay. And now we're going to make a little pencil mark there and there. And we're going to remove the pencil mark with a little V there. Just like that. Okay. Then our next step is to take another piece. Okay. So we're going to take another scrap piece or we're just going to take a scrap piece, and the first thing we're going to do is cut it to 6 inches. Ruler. 6 inches, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and score it. I'm just going to score it. I just want a little tiny bit there. I don't need a whole bunch because and I can't give you a measurement for it because if you're using a scrap piece, it just depends on how much you have there that you want to use and how deep you want your pocket to be. Okay? And if you want your pockets to get deeper and deeper, then you don't want to do this step. You don't want to give it a bottom. Okay. Alright. I need to cut a little bit of mine off. It's just a little bit too big. Alright. So now we have that portion. And we need just one more. And the reason I'm making mine small instead of, because if you could just put a flap on here and then the pocket could get deeper and deeper each time. But I want short pockets because I have short inserts. I'm going to use these things. I'm going to cut some of these out and use some of them in here. So I think I just need shorter pockets. Okay? So now the last step is to get another scrap piece. Let's see if I have one. I don't seem to have one that's wide enough. So I'm going to have to not use a scrap piece. Okay, but for what we're going to do now is we're going to make a little cut here. You want to fold your pieces over and make another pencil mark where those meet up. Okay, then take that one out, and now we're going to cut that in a V as well. Okay. There are many different ways that you could do this. This is just the way that I am doing it because I didn't plan ahead. So now I know that I need one that is, since I'm not going to use a scrap, I will make mine the right size. So I need one that's about 3 inches wide. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut one. I need it to be 3 inches by 6 inches. Just like that. And then I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to give it a score mark. And I'm going to fold that over, and that's going to be the bottom of my thing. And now we start when making a tiered pocket like this. We're going to start at the top. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to adhere my bottom. Okay? So I just applied the adhesive below the score line, and then I'm just running my finger along to make sure I don't have any extra because I kind of went over a little bit. And then I'm going to open it up. Oops. I just need to remove a tiny bit here because it's a little bit too big because of the fold. Okay, make sure it fits again. It does. So I'm going to open it up. I have my hinges there open, and I'm going to line this up with the top of my pocket. And what should happen is it should go down into where the other one is going to fold up, if that makes sense. Okay, so we did that now. Now we do the next one, and this one should overlap the top one, and it should come down so that it overlaps the bottom one as well. So to keep it easier, just make a little pencil mark, and then you'll know right where you got to line that up so that it'll work for both sides. And then this is a little tiny edge, so you have to be careful. Score tape would work really well there. And then we're just gonna match this up. It's a little harder because it doesn't want to stay folded. There we go. And then the final one. Okay, so now all we need to do is start at the top again. We're going to fold in these two flaps. Okay, and if you want to, you can remove a little there too. I'm just going to go ahead and leave mine though. Apply adhesive there and there. And we're doing that in the folded position, and then we're going to fold them down like that, and we're going to bring that first layer up to it. Okay, just like so. Then we're going to bring the next ones down, fold them, and apply adhesive. Okay, and then fold them down again and bring down the pocket. Okay, and then the last ones, we're just going to apply our adhesive again and fold down. And there you have pockets. And they're all individual and they're all short so that they will hold little things if you want them to. Okay, so that's our pocket there. If you wanted to, you could even put a longer pocket on the back side, but I think I'll just leave it blank on the back side for one solid picture. But I will mat them, just not right now. Then we have another one in here, and on this page I think we're just going to go ahead and keep it nice and simple, and this one's just going to be a solid pull out, nothing too fancy. All I'm going to do is cut this sheet of paper down to 6 inches, and then it will be 6 by 8.5. And I'm going to stick it in there, and it's going to be a nice simple one. Sometimes you got to have easy ones too, right? And the last one, we will do something. Give me a minute here. Let's think. What should we do? I think on this one, we will... Sorry about that. I keep forgetting I need to move the camera because it's not on the right spot. Okay. There. Alright, this last one, let's do... Oh, let's do a little book. Let's just make a little album just with a few pages, okay? So let's start out by folding these in half. Just make a little one, so I'm going to score 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper at 5.5. Okay. And then I'm just going to grab another scrap here that's 8.5, and I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch mark. And then I'm going to fold it. This is going to be my hinge, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim it up. It only has to be 1 inch long, so I'm just gonna cut it like that. There we have it. Then I'm gonna remove those, just cut off some corners there. Okay, then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna fold it in like that. Okay, bring this one and fold it in. Like so. And then I'm going to apply that. To this. I'm just putting my hinge right up against the spine here. And that's just so that I can hinge these 2 pages together. And I'll have a little book then. I'm going to apply my adhesive here, like so. And, whoops, for this one, I'm going to match it up to the end there and just stick it down. And there we have a little book. Okay. We will just set those. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just remove a little bit off the top and the bottom because I didn't quite line it up perfectly. And I don't quite want it to be that long anyways. So I'm just going to remove a little bit and then we'll be good to go there. Now it all lines up perfectly. And we have a book. Just go through and make sure that you do your folds all the way so that it opens up really well. Okay. So now there's our book. I'm gonna do just like that. If you want to, just for a little something, you could put these two together. So in the middle of your book, you would have a pocket. I think I'm just going to keep mine all pages, and then you could put little pockets on it if you wanted to. You don't want to make, well, it's not in an envelope, so you could make it a little bit thicker, but you want to still make sure that it will fit in that pocket, okay? And you got to remember, not only are you going to cover these pages with paper, then you're also going to put pictures on them. So this pocket is going to be really stressed. So just keep all that in mind. So now we have all of our inserts all set. And now the final step is to decorate the book, the box, and the rest of the inserts that are not decorated. And then your gift is ready to go. Okay, so we will come back for the last video and we will decorate.